Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a little different. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm just going to talk to you guys, and it was kind of sparked to make this video on based on phone calls, conversations, lots of emails I get over a course of a long time, but more and more regularly now, um, that I just want to address because I'm concerned in a caring way. Um, and I get things all the time about the skills that we have to do with the survival skills, the meals and skills is what I call it. Whether it's what, like, I have things that's like the Great Depression meals or survival meals, and I'm not talking about the pre-made package, you know ones. I'm talking about beans and rice and hardtack and things like that, that are the raw reality of how some of it. And I'm not saying that's all we're ever going to have, um but it's just like, I just can't eat like that. I i'm just not gonna. I just couldn't eat that unless I absolutely was starving to death. I couldn't eat anything like that, and which it may come to that for some people. um or they're just like, I just don't even like to cook. I don't even know how to cook. I mean, I've had somebody said I can't even boil water, and that seems so foreign foreign to me. And I don't mean that to be ugly. I mean, by the grace of God, I was raised by two grandmothers who instilled, and it was just normal life for homesteading, homemaking, you know, cooking, everything, scratch, everything. That's what I knew. So that was my lifestyle. So it does seem foreign and bizarre to me that a lot don't. And I'm not saying, I mean, we're all different. And I know there's a lot of people just like, I just don't like to do those things. Well, we all have to do things we don't like to do. And my concern is, some people, they're prepped up. They could be stacked to the rafters with prepping supplies. And that's great. If you can do it, do it. But, and that you can watch YouTube channels on prepping and survival all day long. You can have a room full of survival books in your house. And I encourage books. I love hard copies of those. Tell people all the time, write it down, print it, buy the book, whatever. You're going to need hard copies of things, because this little world we're in right now, it is not always going to be here. It's not going to be at that, um, quick couple clicks and just go look something up. And that's just the reality. But you can have all those things, but if you cannot do those skills, um, you're going to be up the creek. And I don't mean that ugly. I mean that in a, you know, we have to do these things that we're learning and reading and watching about. You have to do them and practice them, and, find your little, work out the kinks in it, or your little niche in things, because we all are a little bit different. And that worries me sometimes. I worry because about people, in the sense that, you better know, because don't wait till when that is your only option and crap has hit the fan, and like, this is, go time, and now I'm going to start practicing, because you're going to be in a world of hurt, and you're going to, number one, you're going to start to panic, and that does nothing. That is no good for anyone in any situation. If you've done these things, and you know how to cook over an open fire, you know how to cook on a wooden stove, you know how to make things from, scratch, and you know how to, um, get your nutrition and your calorie intake from what you have. It's not going to be just pop up a store, or, order takeout or go through a drive-through. And I just, sometimes I find that concerning, and a little, it kind of blows my mind sometimes. But again, I was raised very different, and I live very different. It seems, in a lot do also. And I don't mean that bad. I just want people to start doing what they need to do now, and don't wait. Um, just, great examples is stuff through the Great Depression. I mean, we always refer back to that, and which I encourage people, go look at Great Depression, go look at their rations. Now, who knows if we'll have rations or what our rations will be, but I'm using this as an example. Go look at their rations, and if you have those, and you have X amount of number of people in your family, and you have only this amount of food, and you better make it last X amount of days. That's another thing. I think people don't know how to properly ration out their food. And if you don't know how to ration it, you're going to go through it faster than you need to. And, just everyday things that we have to learn for survival, not just, prepping our supplies up, but whether it's foraging or sewing or making things ourselves or natural medicine. That's my big go-to. That's my niche of things. And, you know, butchering your own animals. I don't particularly like that. It's not I don't like to do that, but guess what? I do that, and that's just part of this lifestyle and survival. I don't want to have to do it. The very first time I've ever done that is when I don't have a choice, and that's the only way to survive. Um, I just encourage, please learn to do these things now and practice these things. Just make it incorporate as part of your lifestyle. Um, and sharpen those skills. Everyone has strong areas and weak areas. All of us. And doing those now, you're going to find out, these are my strengths, and this is where I'm a little bit weak at. And that's also how we're going to build our community around us, because everyone's going to play a part, and we're going to need each other. I know there's a lot, so lone wolf it and be out, and there are people who can do that, but long term, for a long time, surviving, that isn't reality. That doesn't work. And we all going to have something to bring and know how to do. And I just, I tell people all the time also to stay healthy and stay in shape now. I don't mean you have to be like top notch and certain, body mass index and everything. And, I have some people say, oh, I can't afford a gym membership. All right. Or I've had a gym membership for a long time. I've never had a gym membership in my life. And that's not exactly what I mean. I mean, you go out there and tend to your farm animals or go out here and chop some wood, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to be in shape more than any gym ever thought to find you in. I promise. And those are, again, you're staying in shape and you're building those skills. And I think it's best for us, we do these things now instead of learning along the way. And there's a lot we have to learn along the way when we're in a situation that we haven't ever been in, because it'll be new. But as far as we're going to have to scale back the modern conveniences, I guess we have. Now we're so reliant. It's just so reliant on that. And I think that we have to put our mind in a situation now that this is survival now, even though I'm sitting here, right? I'm talking to you through this. And we have electricity at just a flick and, stores. That's hit and miss right now. But it's only going to get worse. Gardening, I know. I have one grandmother. She could throw seeds out the back door, and she had a garden. She had the greenest thumb ever. But it takes a lot of work. I have to work at mine. I got part of that. Some of it does great, and some of it I just, I have to really love on it to get that to work, and that's a lot of work. And I just want people to do that now, because and I don't mean any of this to be, ugly. I mean this because I am concerned. I'm concerned because of the conversations I have been having and the emails I get that people just don't know these skills. If they've been lost, the lost skills of just everyday life survival stuff, that I think that, they've taken that away. And I just want to touch on that and encourage people, please don't wait, and do it now. Practice it now. Take a weekend, with your family. Make it fun. Make it, and then some of it isn't going to be fun. And that's just the reality of it. But you need to learn and sharpen your skills. And so I hope this is an encouragement. Sometimes we just need a reminder and fire lit underneath us sometimes. And everyone, take care of yourselves and be well. God bless. And I'll see you next time.